Welcome to another episode of The Ford Life. You know, when you drive a Ford like me, it's really important that you get into the habit of regular upkeep and routine maintenance. Today, I want to talk about one of the most basic yet very important aspects of routine maintenance, and that is the oil change. One subject of great debate is how often do I perform an oil change? Some people will say every 3,000 miles, every 5,000 miles. Well, I've got news for you. They're all wrong. All Fords come equipped with an oil change indicator stick that helps take the guesswork out of when it's time to do an oil change. Here, let me show you how it works. The oil change indicator stick is located right here under the hood. Mine has a yellow ring on the handle. I think that's pretty standard. So the way this indicator stick works is really simple. You're just going to pull it all the way out. What you do is you look at it, see if I can get it to focus here. If you look at this, you can see that there's no oil at all on it. That's what you're looking for. That means it's time for an oil change. If you see oil on this stick right here, then that means you've still got a ways to go before you need to worry about an oil change. So that's how this indicator stick works. Right. Now that we've determined that we do want to go ahead and perform an oil change, even though there's none on the indicator stick, there's still going to be a little bit of residual oil in the oil pan. So we're going to go ahead and drain that. Now, you can dig a hole in your yard and just drain the oil in there. There's nothing wrong with that. But I like to drain mine into this catch pan. And here in a little bit, I'll show you why. And then just let it drain out. Changing the oil in your Ford also presents an opportunity to take a look and see how your engine is doing health-wise. The way I like to do this is I take the used motor oil that I've drained into this pan and I take a magnet. With this magnet, I should be able to run this through the oil, and if there's any kind of unusual wear and tear going on inside my Ford engine, then some of that would be indicated by release of metal and debris into the oil. So what I'll do is I'll take this magnet, and if I just run it through here and take it out, then I shouldn't see anything. Now, you can see there's a little bit of stuff here. What I'm looking for is big stuff. This isn't what I would consider big stuff. Couple of nuts and bolts, so a couple washers, no big deal. So we're looking good here. Let's move on to the next step. Now, as far as what type of oil you're going to put in your truck, as long as it's motor oil, it really doesn't matter. Round up whatever you have. You're going to need about 4 gallons of motor oil to put in your truck. I like to go with a blend of various types of oils. That way you get the best characteristics of all of the different products all mixed into one. And that's really what's best for your Ford. A lot of people believe that you need to change the oil filter in your truck. Well, that's not true. I'm going to tell you something. Oil filters are the biggest scam in the automotive industry. You see, when you buy new motor oil, it's pre-filtered at the factory when they manufacture it new. So there's no reason to filter it while it's in your truck. Different motor oils come with different weight ratings, like this is a 5W30, this is a 10W40. Also, another big scam. If you pick them up, they weigh the same. So I'm going to go with a little bit of this O'Reilly, some of this Shell Rotella, and some of this Mobil 1 right here. I like this Mobil 1 because it says NASCAR. All right, that wraps it up for the oil change in this Ford. And one more thing. Since you probably put on about 3,000 to 5,000 miles since your last oil change, there's a good chance that you wore out a pair of sneakers walking home from various breakdown locations. So one thing you want to go ahead and get yourself a new pair of tennis shoes and just go ahead and throw them in the truck so you're prepared for the next breakdown. Because let's face it, even a well-maintained Ford is still a Ford. Well, I hope you found these tips helpful, and we'll see you again on the next episode of The Ford Life.